It's really hard, to put up with a society that you think is a little bit corrupt. I mean, I feel okay because I'm distanced from the corruption by not being corrupt myself. But, you do notice that society is corrupt, and most people live around it until they're confronted by it. And if they're ever confronted by it, they're sometimes or usually taken down by it. Yeah, and so I just need to listen to something. So talking about corruption, I believe the society that we live in is still corrupt in certain ways, and it's really hard to specify when you're not involved in it. But from the outlook, it seems as though it could be corrupt. I mean, abductions is a big thing in Australia. A very big thing. In fact, I think the statistics are that over 25,000 people in New South Wales alone go missing every year because of abduction, and they're often never seen again by family. I feel as though my family should have been abducted, and that would mean that our family has also been abducted, because we do have parents, but always thinking that they're fake. But they could be the real deal. I don't know. We weren't measuring. We don't really have any measure. I mean, they just look a bit different and warped now, whereas before they were actually fairly steady on their looks. And they get into sexual activities, try to blame sexual activities on their warped looks, but since it happens so suddenly, you just think, okay, I don't believe this. But if I did ever have a parent that's been abducted, I think they've been abducted by people in this apartment, and if they have, I think they were taken down with an axe tonight. So if I ever did have a father who was abducted, I would guess that they would have been taken down, but I can't really tell. I mean, I'm not the one who, but I can't really tell from a distance. But of course, it seems around 3 or 4 people may have been axed in some matter tonight. So that's just sort of what I'm getting through just hearing from a distance, from thinking, oh, what was that? Was that someone being axed in the head, and then dropped down real heavily? So I'm not going to sort of point a finger at the camera and say, up you Australia for letting our family down. I think Australia at a large has been let down by similar circumstances, and I walk around this city and see people sort of looking a bit spaced out and think, oh, they look like something's happened to them. And so, and you look at the people who you used to go to school with, doing drugs and stuff, they've probably been affected by similar corruptions. But, it doesn't make me want to sympathize at all. I mean, you see someone drugged up and you want to step away from them. That's what I do. So, saying that, I think it is a very big thing, and it seems that government bodies or people linked with government, and even linked to Princess Diana, who he got a big boost by being allowed to pose as a princess figure in the media. I think all that's involved in it. But it's really hard to tell. But you never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. I mean, tomorrow you might disappear, but I don't think I will. But unless I disappear by moving myself. But I mean, you never know. At large, these people are supposed to have lost consciousness or ended up dead. Possibly not just kidnapped or stolen or anything. They usually have to sort of be fragile. Usually people, if a person loses consciousness or something, people do something to them, or if they die of a heart attack, some people play around with them, and if, say, an abductor's just taken one of these people home, then to play around with their dead bodies, and then that's sort of what's happening. So I don't know. I mean, it's not always that a person who is alive is taken down either.